Hello.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Alright. My name's Lindsay. What's your name?
Naomi.
Naomi? Okay, nice to meet you. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, welcome into Bright Futures Counseling. Just a little bit about ourselves before we start. Us as a company, we're able to specialize in different types of counseling, like marriage counseling or like family counseling, or just like if adolescents or children need like group therapy, just all sorts of stuff. And we also have a little like overlying rule of with confidentiality, and I just want to let you know that before we begin our session today. It has to do with if you were to say anything during our time together that involves something that could hurt yourself or others around you, I would need to report that to someone else. But otherwise, everything that you do say is confidential and will only stay between us. But yeah, otherwise, I guess we can begin today.
Okay.
So tell me a little bit about what's going on.
Okay. Well, I'm currently a student at Southeastern. I'm a junior. And so as like a social work major, our senior year is like when we're doing like an internship. We can do it at like basically whatever agency we want to. And this new opportunity came up at Southeastern where they're offering like a paid internship for students that want to like go into like foster care, which is really awesome. And but the only thing is that I would have to commit to working at the agency after I graduate for at least a year. So after I graduate, I would have to like find my own place, and I would be living in Florida. And so trying to decide what I want to do, because I'm originally from Connecticut, and all my family lives there. All of, like my childhood friends are there. So like while I become like very comfortable living in Florida for college. Just like the thought of living on my own in Florida without any of my family, because I probably wouldn't get to visit as much as I do now, kind of scares me, because family is really important to me. So trying to decide that, because I did recently just have my interview for the internship, and I think it went really well. She seemed to like really like me, and I thought it went well. It's just more like becoming real, that the fact that I could get the internship, and while it's great that it's paid, it's just so far away from home. So
yeah, well, it's great that you have that opportunity available to you for your senior year and then after graduation. But just to get more of an idea of like what's going on, what exactly is your relationship like with your family or even your friends back up in Connecticut?
It's kind of interesting. I come from a big family. I'm one of 8. And like a lot of my siblings live all over the country, but I have like my mom, my dad, my aunts and uncles, they all live up north. With my mom, I spent like most of my time like just living with her, since probably like late elementary school, like early middle school up until I left for college. So it's kind of like we've kind of been like a team, I guess, because I'm the youngest, so it's just been me and her. So I mean, like she's always like, I know she's like always there for me and things like that. I mean, we've just like after like just like through going through a lot in my life, it's kind of put a strain on our relationship a little bit. I mean, she does like as best as she can, like as a mom, but it's definitely not like the typical mother-daughter relationship. I wish it could be stronger, but yeah.
What are some pros and cons of if you were to stay in Florida and take up the internship and continue on living alone here?
Well, I know it would definitely. I mean, the internship opportunity is kind of a once in a lifetime kind of thing. Just how it's kind of come up. Like I'm still in college and having like more of like a set plan, because I'm a person like I like to know at least a little bit what I'm gonna do. So having like that like to look forward to, and not having to stress about like finding a job. Another I think pro is that because I want to get my master's definitely. I'm just at first I wanted to do it right after I graduate. It's just really expensive, and I know it's hard like with scholarships and things like that, because there aren't that many for your master's. So having the possibility that they may pay for my master's to get it, so that's definitely a pro. And then also just living on my own, like for real, and not like in a dorm or anything, but living on my own, it would definitely strengthen like my independence and things like that. So.
That's good that you have a lot of pros to look forward to rather than it being all negative and stuff.
Right.
But if you were to stay in Florida and not go back home, would your parents still support you, or would they rather have you up back home?
Oh yeah, they would definitely support me.
Mhm.
My mom, when I told her about the internship, she's just like, "You need to do it." Like she was really excited for me because she does something similar. She works with foster kids, so like we would definitely have like that in common, and I would be able to like get advice from her and how like she handles things. So she would be 110% like supportive of it. So having her support is really important to me.
Yeah, that's good. What about, is there like a time limit that you have on when you have to make the decision and figure everything out?
It's pretty much as soon as possible. I find out about about the position next week, which is really scary to think about. And because if I do decide to do the internship, I have to take a class next semester. So I pretty much, and I know because they were only taking like I think about 7 juniors. So I would kind of have to kind of confirm that before, because if I take the class, it's having to pay for that class too. So pretty much in the next few weeks, I need to have the decision made.
Well, I encourage you to be able to like look at it more so like in staying in Florida, because it seems like that's where you're leaning more towards, just like with the way that you talk about it, and just like more opportunities are available for you here in Florida rather than going back home. But it is understandable how you would rather be like in your family environment and like with your friends up north, like where you came from, and but otherwise, over the next few weeks, whenever we do meet again, I'm excited to hear about if you get the interview or get the opportunity, and that the interview went well. That was great to hear. But otherwise, next week, whenever you do come back, we can discuss more about how, like, if you did stay here, I guess more so viewing the pros of it.
Yeah.
Because I only heard a few cons whenever you were talking.
I know.
And they're very small, and so I don't want to like push you towards any decision, but I would love to like discuss more in depth about it now that we have like the surface level and like overlying idea of like what is going on, and I was able to meet you and hear more about your family and stuff. So it was nice meeting you.
It was nice meeting you too.
And I'm glad we were able to have this time together, and I hope that you have a good rest of the week, and like that whenever you do find out about your job opportunity, that you let me know as soon as possible.
Of course. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. 8:07.